All right. Hello and welcome. I'm Maddie Kuhn. I am a coach and nutritionist here at Homemade, and I'm joined here today by Barb Knoll. She is been a member with us since July 2021, so a couple of years
Oh,
now.
is that when it was? See, we couldn't remember.
Yeah, I
Oh,
looked it
thank you for
up.
that information.
Yeah, so she's
July
been a
of 2021. Okay.
yes, yes. She is, you are, thank you so much for joining me. A nurse practitioner that's been retired for a little while now, about 12 years, right?
hmm
And you are gearing up for your 80th birthday very soon,
Very
right?
soon.
You
Next,
look incredible. I gotta say, you do. Yes. And like you've got so much
I feel
energy.
great. I don't
Yes.
feel 80, whatever 80 feels like. I don't know.
Your version of 80 is looking good, and I aspire to be it one day. So I'd love to share a little bit about you and your history with just like where you came from, how you were a midwife for so many years, and then a little bit about your health and how you came to us. That's
Do you
what I'd
want
love
me to
to hear.
share it?
Yeah, do you mind sharing?
Okay. I went into nurses training when I was just out of high school and worked for 10 years and then went to Pakistan as a missionary in a little hospital in the northern part and realized that when I came home on furlough, I really needed to become a midwife.
Yeah.
So I took a year off, became a midwife, went back, and the rest of my career was there delivering babies and being in charge of the OB department. Came back home 12 years later, and then I started working here in Michigan as a midwife and worked up until 5 years before my retirement, and I must say it is a bit of a tiring job. So
Yeah.
I was a little bit too tired, and so I decided to stop delivering babies, went over to the health department, became in charge of the family planning, and finished out my career doing that. And that was 12 years ago.
That's so incredible.
Years.
Yeah, you've dedicated your life to helping others bring life into this world and taking care of people left and right. It's such a noble and incredible profession, something I have so much admiration for. And how did that play into your own health?
Well, I did develop diabetes. One of
Okay.
the things that unfortunately happens to a lot of us who are in a profession that's a little bit on the stressful side, we tend to eat too much.
Yeah.
And sometimes we don't have time to really sit down and eat a proper meal. So we pick all day while we're working, and people bring things in. And many of us do have a problem with our weight because of that. So I definitely was struggling a lot with
Yeah.
being overweight. Um, so I started gaining weight when I was a teenager. And I just had difficulty in losing it because when I graduated from nurses training and while I was working, I went to a doctor. He gave me pills, lost it real easy on those pills. And then over the next couple of years, I gained it all back.
Yeah.
So then I started a program and lost it, and then it gained back. And then I would gain it. I would get on another program, and then I'd lose it, and then I'd gain it back. I did that 8 times. I was in
Yeah.
with the doctor and his pills, that was 9 times, but the programs that I went into was 8 times. I lost and gained the same 50 pounds all the time. So I was very, very discouraged about it. And somehow I found homemade method. And I have a couple of sisters that tried a program where they buy the food and the food comes to them, and they lost a lot of weight. And I thought, well, that would be okay. But when the program's done and you've lost your weight, the food stops coming and you start eating on your own again. They started gaining weight again. So
Yeah.
what I did was I thought, no, this program seems to be a lifetime thing. I will learn
Yes.
how to fix my food. So I went ahead and joined, and I was so excited. I made these notebooks and I got all the things in here, every every one for whatever was it, 9 weeks or whatever it was. I can't remember,
Yeah,
with all of the headings and all the stuff.
that's
And then I went
beautiful.
into the next one and I did the same thing when I started with after the 4 months. So I got all this information and I thought, well, I'm really ready to go. Plus, I have all of these recipes that I have copied and I make, and I've got a whole box of them here. I thought, this is
I
it.
love it.
I got it. Well, it didn't work.
Yeah.
And here I am with all this material. I mean, like a nurse, I got all this stuff ready. And I
You're
thought,
very organized.
yeah. So I thought, this is good. This is good. Didn't work.
Yeah.
So I thought, what am I doing wrong? I really had to be honest with myself. And that was the hardest thing.
Yeah.
There was one of the things that Anna talked about, and it was snacking.
Yeah.
I saw that and I thought, I think that might be my.
Yeah.
When I was in Pakistan, I could not snack. We just
Yeah.
had our breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's it. No snacking. When I got home, I thought, I deserve it. So I should be able to snack whenever I want. Well, the snacking went from fruit to sweets or sandwich or whatever, it changed. And so I had to be honest, and that was the hardest thing. The hardest thing
Yeah.
is to be honest about yourself. And I'd been
Yeah.
on it for so long and nothing was happening. I had to be honest. I had to cut out the snacking. So
Yeah.
I did that and I've lost 25 pounds
Wow. That's
in about
incredible.
4 to 5 months. I think it's been, I can't remember, 5 to 6 months. I can't remember when I got myself serious, but I
Well,
could watch it just go off because
yeah.
of snacking.
Yeah. Well, so many things are happening here. Is you're creating a healthier relationship with food. You're not treating like food as a reward.
Mhm.
Um, and you are starting to eat more for nourishment and satisfaction. So only eating when you're hungry and eating until you're elegantly full. So you're energized, which is going to help you with blood sugar stabilization. You know all
Oh, it
about this.
did.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
My
sure.
hemoglobin A1C was 7.1, and when I started being serious, 6.2.
Ah!
And that was a few months ago. So I have an appointment coming up in a couple months. We'll see.
I'm so excited for you to get those results. How are you feeling about getting tested again?
I actually look forward to it because I
Oh,
think it's
incredible.
because when I first started the program, I told the endocrinologist, the lady that I had as a doctor, I was so excited about the program and then nothing happened.
Yeah. Oh, that's so
And
heart-wrenching.
yeah, so I couldn't convince her. But now I can tell her what happened and
Yeah.
why all my numbers are going down.
I mean,
My
it's
cholesterol went from 218 to 179. And my LDL went from 137 down to 101. So,
wow.
yeah,
That's so
everything
incredible.
came down. My
Yeah.
triglycerides were 180 and they were in January 135. So, and
All
we'll
going
see
in
what
the
happens.
right direction. I'm
Every
so
one of
proud of
them,
you. Yeah,
every
every
one
single
of them.
one. Yes. It's wild how, like, I think this is a real testament to, like, you can be eating healthy, but even if you're eating healthy and you still are eating too much, you are still overeating when your body doesn't need food. You are still going to be putting stress on your body, which is going to cause you to, one, not lose weight and potentially gain weight. Two, to be too much. So it's just raising your blood sugars. Your body doesn't know how to remove the glucose quick enough in order to maintain stable blood sugars and to cause cholesterol buildup in your bloodstream. And
One of the
so,
things was that you know how the menus that they have, the recipes they have really do fill you and you don't
yes,
really get hungry? Well,
yeah,
I didn't listen to that.
yeah,
I didn't listen to them saying that. I just went ahead and
mm,
by habit just was eating.
yeah,
Then one day it hit me. And I don't know who said it, probably Anna or you or somebody
yeah, probably
said
Anna. She was,
something said about the recipes are made so that you don't feel hungry. And I thought, really? So I started paying attention to that. And I
yeah,
didn't feel hungry. It was just a habit. And
Yes.
so now I go by how I feel, because I think that's another thing they say is go by how you're feeling. And I
Yes.
wasn't hungry, so why snack?
Yes. Oh my God, this is such a big part of listening to your body. Like it
Hmm.
finally clicked for you. And I
That's it,
think,
listening to your body.
yeah, it's like I feel like sometimes people, people, especially members who've been with us for a couple of years, sometimes it takes a while for that to like finally click. Like I've been cooking the recipes, like why am I not seeing these like insane results that other people are seeing? And it's like all of a sudden it just clicks and you're like, oh, like I started listening to my body. This happened specifically with Deborah Cornier, who I actually just did an interview with. She like for years and years wasn't seeing the kind of results that she was really hoping for. And then all of a sudden, like 3 years in, 4 years in, it clicked and now she's lost like 92
I
pounds
know.
and reversed her 20 years of diabetes. So it's like this is such a real testament that taking the time to learn how to listen to your body properly and develop a healthy relationship with food, it takes time and consistency. And you put in the work. Now you really, I think it also takes kind of like a portion of letting go of the ego and just being like, I'm doing something I'm standing in my own way somehow, and I don't know how, but I'm gonna figure it out. I love that you had the tenacity to be like, this is what I'm doing wrong. I'm gonna try to fix it. And you did. And look what
Hmm.
happened.
Hmm.
You're healing your body. I also love that you're using how you feel as a compass rather than the more diet approach of being like, oh, well, this is the recommended portion size, so that's what I'm going to eat. No, I'm going to eat until I'm full, and then I'm not going to eat again until
Very
I'm hungry.
important. Your point is
Yes.
very important because when I make some of the things, they're big. I just
Yeah.
got through making one of them the other day with the chicken and all the stuff you put on top of it and stuff, and it was huge.
Yeah.
Um, and my husband ate the whole thing, no problem. I ate about a half at the most.
Yeah.
I was full, so I just put it in the refrigerator.
Leftovers, something
Yeah,
later if you're
yeah.
hungry. I think it's
The
such
other
a
thing I
beautiful.
want to say is that most people, when they hear that you're quote on a quote diet, all they're interested in is how much weight did you lose?
Yes.
And I tell them this is not a diet. This is a lifelong thing.
Yes.
And it's not just my weight.
Yeah.
You know, my blood sugar went down, my cholesterol went down, all of these things went down. It's not just weight, your whole body.
Yes. I mean, and inflammation goes down, you regain energy, right? You say this yourself, you like opened up, you're like, I don't feel like I'm 80. Like that's something that's like music to my ears. Like, because I think a lot of times we get so accustomed with seeing people who are older who feel terrible and like just are miserable in their bodies because their bodies are not getting the nourishment they need. Just because culturally that's not what we've built. And so to see someone's like, I'm turning 80 soon, I feel great. My numbers are coming down, I'm losing weight. Like all of this is just so beautiful. I'm so proud of you. Um, and I'm so grateful that you've put in the commitment to actually heal your body, right? It's not just the fact that you've like lost 25 pounds relatively easily once you've figured out that, hey, I just eat when I'm hungry and I stop when I'm satisfied.
And I
I
have
think it's
more to
so
lose.
amazing.
I have more
That's
to
okay.
lose,
Yeah.
but I'm just going to keep it on.
Oh,
You know, the diet. I want to keep on the program and
I
I will
love it.
continue.
I love it. That's honestly, that's like the best thing we can hear is because we want you to develop not only a healthy relationship with food, but like lifelong skills to learn how to take care of yourself, right? And this is a lifelong skill is cooking your own food and eating it in a way that helps you feel great and energized. Because at the end of the day, that's all we're doing, right? It's
And
just
I've learned
sustenance.
so much from
Yes.
Lizzie. I watch
Oh
her
gosh, she's
programs
amazing, right?
every week. And just little
Oh, yay.
things that she's taught me is just so cool. It's
She's
not
an
how she's
incredible chef.
together, but it's a lot of things.
Yes. Oh, that
Really
makes
fun.
me so happy. I'll have to share that with her. That'll make
Yeah,
her day.
yeah.
Um, yeah, these lifelong skills are super important. So I'm so happy you're treating them as such. This
I would
is,
like to ask you one question.
yeah, go for it.
Okay, when they put in a recipe, when it says 1 tablespoon of chopped basil,
Hmm.
which is leaves, and I don't have that. I just have the, the bottle of dried.
Yeah.
What's equal to that?
Okay.
Can
So,
they add that to the menu or the recipe?
yes. Yeah, I can ask Lizzie to start popping in like
Or,
dried, yeah,
yeah,
dried
she can put
versions.
in the leaf, but then just say, or,
Yeah.
maybe it's 1 tablespoon of leaves and 1 teaspoon of dry. I don't know.
It's generally, yeah, about one third of the amount is for
One
dried
third?
because
Okay.
it's yeah. Yeah. But that's there, I mean, there's so many things we can do, right?
Yeah.
We're always improving. You've been with us long enough to see how much the program has transformed.
Oh, yeah.
The past couple of years, we've really done a lot to take on feedback and be like, let's build the best version of this we possibly can. So thank you so much for that feedback. Um, Before we head out today, I just wanted to like go over review your results because they are so incredible. So let's see if I have this right. You have dropped your A1C, what was it, 7.1 to
6.2.
6.2. Incredible. And counting. You'll get your test results and you'll share them with me soon.
Right. That was a few months back. So, yeah.
That's incredible. Are you on medication for type 2 diabetes or are you just
Ozempic.
managing? Okay, you're
Ozempic,
on Ozempic. Okay,
not
cool.
insulin. I
Okay,
think she might be taking that off of me
cool.
because my blood sugar oftentimes will go down about 11:30 in the morning.
Mm.
Oh, I'm wondering if she might take me off that. We'll see. We'll see.
Hey,
It's possible.
yeah, it is possible. Even if you've been on medications for 20 years, it's still possible to get off of them. That's something that we know. Um, and so you've dropped your A1C. You've lost about 25 pounds and counting. I love it.
Counting
Yeah. And cholesterol, you've dropped your LDL, you've dropped your triglycerides, you've dropped your overall cholesterol levels
everything.
significantly. Yes, which is so
And my
incredible.
risk is normal now. They put that
Yes.
cholesterol HDL risk. Mine's
Yeah.
normal.
Oh, how does it make you feel?
Great.
Yeah. Your heart is protected. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. And you're just cooking the food. You've got your
That's
recipes
all I do.
printed.
And I've learned so much about cooking, and I bought new frying pans to
Ooh,
equal, what
fun.
I'm doing. And I'm just learning so much.
I
And we
love
only
that.
use olive oil and avocado oil now. And
Hey,
um,
I love that. That's beautiful. You're taking all this on with like such grace and ease. It's really impeccable. It's very, very
well,
inspiring.
it's worth it. It's worth it.
Absolutely. You're worth it. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only got one
I
life.
think my husband would say that too.
Yeah, good. That's what I
And he likes
love
the
to.
food.
Oh, what a
I never have
man.
to make him anything different. He
That's
whatever I eat and he likes it.
that's beautiful. That goes for that says something about, your guys's just willingness to support one another as well. I love that so much. Anytime that you
It
can
says
just
a
see
lot by the food
yes,
because
that
it's
too.
tasty. I
Yes.
mean, it really
It's
does.
it's
It's
seasoned.
delicious.
Yes, it's seasoned. It's not like
It's
bland
seasoned.
diet food. It's got, like we were just talking about the spices, like it's got spices, it's got herbs, it's got flavor. It's not lacking by any means, but it's whole natural ingredients for the most part. And it's, they're balanced flavors. Chef Lizzie does an incredible job at making sure that everything tastes delicious because let's be real, at the end of the day, Chef Lizzie is never going to put out a meal that doesn't taste like much. She
Right.
is all about that flavor, which is why we love her.
And I really do highly recommend that everybody copy their recipes and keep them because I
I
will
love
go
it.
through them and pick something from before.
That's
And
awesome.
it's real and it's wonderful. I'm
Oh,
thinking of
I know.
organizing it. So I have the breakfast ones and the chicken ones.
Oh, I love it. That's so sweet. I know there's going to be a lot of members that are like very jealous of your beautiful binders.
Oh yeah,
They're
it's
exactly
worth
what,
it.
yes, that's what a lot of ladies love. So thank you so much for joining me today, Barb.
You're
I'm so
welcome.
grateful for
Thank you.
you. Yeah. And let's